Okay, so the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer didn't just break the internet, right? It pretty much kicked off a global treasure hunt. Rockstar, man, they pack so much detail into every single frame, and some of the biggest secrets are just hiding in plain sight. So let's dive in and break down all the clues you might have missed.
Look, I know you've probably watched it 10, maybe even 20 times by now. We all have. But did you really catch all those little hints about the gameplay? Or the nods to the older games? Or, those classic satirical jabs that make GTA, well, GTA? Let's find out.
So we went through it frame by frame, and we've pulled out 20 of the biggest hidden details. We've kind of grouped them by theme just to see how Rockstar is building this insane new world, hinting at how it's going to play, and of course, how they're just having a little fun with us along the way. First up, let's just talk about the world itself, the state of Leonida, where Vice City is. It just feels more alive, more chaotic than anything we've ever seen from them. The whole atmosphere, it isn't just background noise, It's like a character in its own right. And it's how all these little things come together that's so telling. I mean, we're not just getting some random wildlife. We're seeing alligators just casually strolling into convenience stores. You combine that with this stunningly realistic heat haze on the highways and hurricane warnings on the news, and what you get is a setting that is just uniquely chaotic and so very Florida-inspired. This isn't just window dressing, folks. This is promising a world that's dynamic and completely unpredictable. And would you just look at the tone they're setting here? I mean, forget protect and serve. The new motto for the Vice City Police Department is obey and survive. That one phrase, man, it suggests a much darker, much more oppressive police force. The big takeaway here, the city itself might be just as much of an enemy as any character you'll face. Okay, so if the world itself is kind of an antagonist, how's that going to affect how we play? Well, beyond just the atmosphere, this trailer is absolutely packed with clues about how GTA 6 is actually going to feel to play, and it's hinting at some major changes for the series. One of the biggest clues is how they've evolved the in-game social media. Remember in GTA 5, we had Life Invader, which was basically just a static parody of Facebook? But now, we're seeing characters live streaming, and these TikTok-style clips of random people reacting to the chaos you cause in real time. This suggests a way more dynamic system, where your actions could literally go viral inside the game, maybe messing with your reputation or, bringing all the wrong kinds of attention your way.
And it doesn't even stop there. We see these surveillance drones just buzzing around the beach, which could totally point to new stealth mechanics or new ways to evade the cops. And the level of detail inside the cars, it's almost photorealistic. That promises some incredible immersion when you're driving. Even a tiny detail, like the fact that you can count 6 completely different dance animations in one nightclub scene, it just shows this obsessive level of commitment to making the world feel real and reactive.
But of course, it just wouldn't be a Grand Theft Auto game without Rockstar's signature humor, right? That sharp, satirical, and, let's be honest, often kind of juvenile humor. These next few details, they are pure classic Rockstar.
First up, a gas station price board flashes $6.66. It's totally on the nose, a little devilish joke that's perfectly in line with the series' dark humor, a simple but really effective world-building detail.
And right on cue, a sign asking why 69? I mean, come on. This reoccurring gag has been in pretty much every GTA since the third one. For the longtime fans, it's a silly little thing, but it's also kind of comforting. A sign that the spirit of the series is definitely alive and well.
This one's a little more subtle, but it's just as sharp. A car dealership sign that proudly says, "No credit, no problem." It's just the perfect jab at predatory lending and that whole side of American consumer culture. It really shows that GTA's satire is still aiming for some very real-world targets.
All right, now let's get into the real deep cuts. This next section is for all the superfans out there. The players who are poring over every single detail, looking for connections, for lore, and for any little hints about the story. Okay, so this is where the lore gets really deep. First, you've got Jason and Lucia with matching tattoos. That suggests a really powerful bond, right? Maybe from a shared gang past, or it's all part of their whole Bonnie and Clyde story. Then, there's Lucia's prison number, A906. Could that be a nod to GTA IV's release in April 2008? Maybe. We also see big foot graffiti, which almost certainly confirms that in-game myths and legends are coming back. And my personal favorite, there's a guy wearing a shirt with the actual map from the original 2002 Vice City on it. Just a beautiful homage.
The trailer also drops these little visual hints about missions we might be playing.
There's a plane drawing a heart in the sky. That is classic Rockstar symbolism, something they often use to mark these key romantic or big story moments. And then you have this shot of a woman just casually drawing stacks and stacks of cash on a beach towel. I mean, that scene just screams drug theft side mission, right? It totally hints at the kind of illicit stuff we're going to be getting up to.
And finally, this might be the most direct message of all. Hidden on a poster, way in the background of one shot, are the words, "See you soon." Now, this doesn't feel like it's just part of the world. It feels like a direct, fourth-wall-breaking tease from Rockstar right to the fans, promising us that the next reveal isn't too far off.
So, after breaking all of that down, the big question is still out there. Which one of these details holds the biggest clue for the future? Is it the whole dynamic social media system, the much darker tone of the police, or is it one of those subtle story hints? Man, this trailer gave us a lot to think about, and you know what? The hunt for clues is only just beginning.